Yannick in Tennessee, thank you for calling.
Hi, good afternoon, Alex. Thanks for taking my call.
Thank you for calling.
I've been listening about your flu shot, and it's just so hard to tell, like, if you go down to churches and stuff and try to explain to the people, it's like, well, God wants it to happen, or, you know, it's whatever my doctor says. So
yeah, they've capitulated. They just say, it's of the Lord to not be involved in anything and not be informed and not care about my kids and eat all the GMO. It's of the Lord. No, it's not of the Lord. It's of Satan.
Yeah, it's just like, how do you get through to them? You know, it's like you tell them what is really going on, not what they've been taught. And the preacher, the pastor, won't let you come out and tell.
Because he's a wicked devil. I mean, I'm surprised these preachers haven't grown forked tails. I mean, literally, they're on FEMA payroll, hired secretly to tell their flocks to submit. Ma'am, stay there. I'm going to have you finish up when we get back. We're about to go to break. But take us out to break. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just very hard. The pastor won't let us say anything. God said you be the watchman on the wall.
I want to hear about this worm. I want to hear about where your church is and this devil you've got up there at the pulpit. You're not allowed to talk about. I'm going to explain this when we get back. How America became the Soviet Union. Okay? Oh, my God. I just can't handle it anymore. These are pulpit prostitutes. You might as well have a guy, Anton LaVey, in red pajamas up there. It'd be better. For those that don't know, it is 180 degrees the opposite direction away from liberty and freedom and what this country was founded on. To have preachers telling their flocks, lay down to government, don't think, submit to flu shots, nothing scary, just give me money and then you'll have financial success in life. It's voodoo. It's witch doctor crap. You know, these preachers, send me $1,000 and I'll send you a prayer cloth that'll heal you. Or I just can't handle it. And I could play the newscast, but I've played them over and over again. We got the secret documents a year and a half before it was mainstream news. Pastor Butch Paul here on the network and myself, two separate pastors. FEMA teaching them to prepare their flocks for forced inoculations, to go to FEMA camps, to let the state take their children. I mean, if I was in a church and my preacher got up and started saying, do what government says, let them break your families up, take the shots, I'd probably want to go punch him in the nose. I would stand up and start rebuking him, and if one of the thug gang member ushers came and put their arm on me, I'd probably punch him in the face, because they're in there trying to sell evil and tyranny and forced inoculations and death. I mean, folks, that is hardcore tyranny. I mean, that is secret police whacked out East Germany. It doesn't get worse than kids being trained to spy on their parents. And now it's all over the news with the news saying it's good. You know, 5 years ago, they'd say, oh, kids are tattling on their parents. Is this good? Now they say, oh, isn't it wonderful? And the only thing worse is having the preachers. And then we got hundreds of pages of FEMA documents. We scanned them in. They're on InfoWars. And the thumb-sucking public told us they weren't real. You could call the stinking FEMA numbers on them. Well, then it came out in national and local TV stations, but saying it was good. Oh, the preachers are preparing everyone to go to camps and take forced inoculations and turn their guns in. It's of the Lord. Don't believe me? Just search engine, just startpage.com. That's a good search engine. Clergy response teams. You'll be watching the news clips. Not me saying it's bad, them saying it's good. Folks, are we so whacked out as a country that we don't know preachers secretly on Homeland Security payroll, 20,000+ last documents we got, 26,000 preachers, and all the major denominations telling the people, and then, God bless him, Raymond Teague a few years ago came into the show, and he gave me the local Baptist church he was going to, a big Baptist church in Dripping Springs. And it said, under 501c3 rules, you are not to discuss the election. It was a midterm, 2006 coming up, and you're not to even talk about it at church dinners. Or if you go with friends from church, you're not to talk about anything political. That is 180 degrees the opposite of this republic. It's so simple. It screams out like a giant red siren. Oh, my God. I can't believe it. And this is a big Baptist church. He gave me a copy of the document given to all the church. He didn't want me saying the name because, he's a deacon at the church or whatever. But the point is, he was talking about leaving the church at the time. I haven't asked him about that in years. But the point is, he's out there and 501c3. They started in the 50s and they tell the churches, oh, it's just a little form you sign for your tax exemption. See, it's a political trick. The First Amendment says Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. No law, no jurisdiction. Just like a cop from Orange County can't go to Schenectady, New York and give people parking tickets. No jurisdiction. You don't have jurisdiction. Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. And then you get the faith-based initiative, and they go in and secretly recruit them for FEMA to tell their flocks to submit, and the World Council of Churches, David Rockefeller, financing the whole thing. I mean, that is so incredible. So incredible. And the 501c3, churches don't have to be part of that, but they sign up for it. And then now, because of custom and practice, they will civilly sue you. The IRS will and come after you. And so it went from don't raise political money, don't endorse a candidate, which was a violation of the First Amendment. Of course, the pastors can do whatever they want. To now, you don't talk about political issues, of free speech, of war. You don't criticize the war. You don't say you're against abortion. You are not allowed to have a view, and it's of the Lord to do whatever you're told and to submit and take the shots. Now, if you don't know, that's Creepville, right out of Red Dawn or right out of Body Snatchers, to have the preachers all recruited. And people all over, since I've been harping on this for 3-4 years, they go into their big church and talk to their preacher. And the preacher's like, hello, Miss Mary Beth. Come on in. What can the Lord do? Are you going to give the church a little endowment? I know you're quite wealthy. Well, no, Pastor Johnson. And I've been told this story hundreds of times on air and off air and been sent the letters and documents. No, Pastor Johnson, hypothetical names. I heard that FEMA's involved with the church. My dear, who told you that? You're not supposed to know about that. Well, there's a radio talk show host who says it. That's classified, my dear. That's not something... Now, I'm going to have to get very stern with you and ask you not to speak of this. That is Creepville. That is Nazi Germany. That is red alert, red alert.